Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's pretty explosive, even more explosive Dino action. My goodness, I haven't tried this really. I don't know why I haven't tried it yet. The pairing of super duper ramp, Kiora, untapping Gwenna so she taps twice in a turn, tons of ramp there, lands, Marauding Raptor with cost reduction. All of this to help pay for the big bad, help break maybe a stall or something, Zacama, Primal Calamity. And one more point to make with Gwenna, her ability to tap for mana, you can use it to activate abilities of creatures. So the plan is to further make use of Gwenna by, 3 damage to target creature, maybe double up to take out something big, Sheoldred, something like that. Destroying artifacts, enchantments. Of course, there's off and on some of that stuff around. We can't target a planeswalker, unfortunately, with Zacama's red ability there, but we can, gain some life, do a wide range of things that definitely is going to help quite a bit. But otherwise, if we don't get Zacama, of course, we have fantastic slew of bodies bouncing around. Karuga back in. I still think maybe 1 or 2 copies really does seem to be, seem to be pretty right in any variation of dinos. Certainly lots of them are a mana value of 3 or more. Planeswalkers have a mana value of 3. Gwenna, of course, not a whole lot is 2 and less. So Karuga definitely, in a pinch, should be drawing us 2 cards, maybe 3 perhaps. If we draw any more than that, our board might already be big enough that we might just have killed him anyways. And of course, Karuga being 5 power. Otherwise, it's pretty similar. Trying out Verdant Sun's avatar today, it's actually helped me stabilize quite a bit in quite a few matchups. Mono black, not devotion, just regular mono black mid-range with Sheoldred. Whenever we draw a card, lose 2 life, but any creatures we play were, gaining quite a bit back. Of course, gaining 12 life with Galta, her toughness, or Regis or Alpha, that's a total of 7 life. It does add up quite a bit, and if we get 2 copies, that's double toughness. Galta would be 24 life. You get the idea, but also it's a creature with 5 power, kind of in line with Gwenna's ability there to untap and all that stuff, and a decent sized body. Carnage Tyrant, I'm liking this guy. I'm not seeing a whole lot of blue-based stuff. A lot of black, or partially black. Grixis, Rakdos, and I just faced mono black before I started here. Yeah, I really like Carnage Tyrant as another big thing. 5 or more, hexproof. Really does feel like it does the trick. Mana Confluence. We're dipping into that 3rd color, so at least 1 copy of this. It is an absolutely stunning, fantastic card. Does the trick for a lot of people, and I may get a couple more copies of this. It was suggested to me last night. Misty, I think, if you're watching her. Hard to keep track, but you guys have lots of great suggestions. That's why it's in. Got a couple, well, 1 more rare wild card, so I might get 2 copies of this. Never bad, for sure, if I'm going to keep adding that 3rd color, 4th color. Rainbow Dinos, of course. Can't go wrong with a few of these. Sideboard, nothing too fancy. Tameo Safekeeping to start again. Now I'm thinking of bringing Tameos in, starting off with Tameos game 1 to protect the big explosive cost reducer ramper, whether that is Goreclaw or Gwenna. They're usually kill on sight. Maybe they last a turn. If they last a turn, comes back around to us. It might just be over for the opponent, depending. There's a pretty good chance. Gwenna might just help us get to Zacama, and that might be lights out right there. Definitely hope these things last, but we'll see. Shifting Ceratops again, move to the sideboard if we face anything blue control related. Watch it be back-to-back mono blue spirits, which I have not faced in a week and a half, maybe. Playing every single day. A lot, every single day. Yeah, non-existent for me, basically. Archon of Emeria. Guess I could have started off with this thing. The thumbnail art featured tonight, slow down. That's the plan, and this actually should help us out quite a bit. Mono Green Devotion. They play and barf a lot of things in one turn. Boom. Oh, they want to play Karn The Great Creator. That's the only thing they're doing. Oh, Karn, you want to dig for a nice artifact to also play. No, not happening. Should help out quite a bit if they don't have Kiora. You know, Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx, is coming into play tapped. Non-basic lands your opponents control enter tap, so that might also help slow it down. Boros Heroic, Izzet, or Grixis Pyromancer, anything aggressive, anything doing more than one thing a turn. Dinos can be pretty slow. Generally, they are slow, and partly why, you know, they're not so good, super good. That's never a question for me because I'm always going to play them, but just making other decks chill out, bringing them down to our level. They want to go fast, they have to go fast, but if we slow things down and just keep them building up, dropping good bodies, that's going to be the ticket. And possibly because Zacamas has all these fantastic abilities to interact, we can do things without having to play multiple things a turn. We can't play multiple things a turn, so it's not as much of a drawback. That's kind of why I like Zacamas and Archon, looking for something that had activated abilities so I can still interact on the turns after I play my single spell. And then Brotherhood's End, well, that's a no-brainer. Helps out against so much versatile. I want 4 copies. I want to see it as much as possible. Archon of Emeria should help against so much stuff. See it as much as possible. Tamios, as much as possible in shifting, just as a way to help. Anything blue related, I say we jump into things here and yeah. See if we face a lot of black tonight, a lot more Rakdos. Really, not as much mono green as I thought. Perhaps people are getting wise. They're going with really aggressive lists. Boros Heroic and mono red aggro certainly seem to bring the pain, at least from what I've read. It's interesting either way. We just never know what's going to happen. Ooh, oh, that is a beautiful hand right there. Thunderherd for 2, Topiary Stomper. We should be well on our way to Regis or Alpha, but we'll see if... Oh. Could be soldiers. Azorius soldiers. Maybe I talked about... Oh, I think this is Azorius Control. My goodness, I talked about it enough that... Now we faced it. Huh. It's funny how that works. Spell Pierce. Sensor. Oh, okay, okay. You always got to wonder about a sensor. Luckily, we should never have to worry about a sensor ever again. We'll be at 4, so we would have it. Aha, yes, yes. Good. That is just an absolutely lovely feeling. Seeing them just cycle away that stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. Mostly dead. 1 to draw 1 isn't bad, but it's nice not having to worry about counter spells. We'll be at 6 next turn, so we would have an extra 1 to pay for Regisaur. Might just go with Topiary Stomper to get to 7. Be able to attack with it. You know what, let's do that. See if they want to counter it. Okay. I like this. If they have Wandering Emperor, of course, she can't exile Topiary Stomper because it has Vigilance. Play it a little bit safe here. If they want to use removal or whatever, no, that's fine. We have an absolutely stunning, fantastic backup of 2 Regisaurs. We got plenty of mana. I say we're in a good position right now, that's for sure. Now I may cycle Jetmir's Garden there. I should have enough lands. I'm at the break point of 7 for Topiaries. Yeah, let's do that. See what it gets us. Oh, my. Well. We can't go Goreclaw for 4, Regisaur for 3 because Regisaur is being reduced. We're going to try it. We'll see. See what Goreclaw draws out. They probably don't want to let this happen. I think. They're considering doing something, that's for sure. But I mean, oh, that's all right. Not the end of the world. Go with Thunderherd. We won't reveal the fact we've got just about the nastiest looking hand at the moment. And that's another thing there. I'm at my last basic. No more to search for with Topiary or Thunderherd. The fact that I have both of those things, drawing basics, I probably should up the total count of that. At the moment it is only 5, and I mean, you see right here, I've gone through all of them. That happens more often than you think. That's why when it is 2 things that search for basics, I like to keep it around 8, 7 or 8, sometimes 9, but yeah. See what they do. See if they have it, well, see if they have enough counter spells to stop what's about to happen. Aha, so see, we figured that was there. So it was nice getting to 7 so early with those Topiary Stompers. Really took the sting a little bit out of the Wandering Emperor there. Teferi, is he going to bounce it? That would be nice. Oh, they do. This is lovely. Well, I know who I'm taking out. 100%. Teferi, kill, on sight. Dead. Oh, this is... Oh, haste. That is where it's at. This, folks, is why you just... Thunderherd, unfortunately, is dead. That happened to me against that mono-black matchup that I was in before I started here. It was rough, to say the least. But, we got some interesting things. Question is, do they have something painful in hand? We're about to find out. Could we settle the wreckage? I'm gonna take a... Hope it's not. Phew. Oh, Nash, how's it going? How's it going? I have all of them. Yes, it brings me back to the night where I drew back-to-back all of my Carnage Tyrants. I think against an Azorius control matchup, but... yeah, lights out, haste, that's where it's at. I see a lot of people sometimes use, you know, not the full suite of Regisaur Alphas. Boom. 5 mana for 7 power, 3 of it haste. Oftentimes it is nice to split up, you know, 2 bodies, of course. Can be nice to go wide, but the haste is where it's at. Lovely stuff. And of course, if you're playing Kiora, perfect pairing right there. You're drawing a card, 7 total power, 3 of it trample, 3 of it haste. Beautiful. But, like I said, if we're facing something blue, well, we'll bring in Shifting Ceratops. I don't really need Archon of Emeria in this list. They may play only one thing a turn anyways. Tamios, that could be on the agenda, of course. I think we'll cut Verdant Sun's Avatar, though. Kind of switching Verdant for Shifting. Both things have 5 power still, synergizing with Gwenna there quite nicely. Kind of got it done pretty good even without, excuse me, Tamios. I'll bring 1 copy in. Maybe if it goes to game 3, I'll bring the rest of the copies. But things felt pretty good. Could have been. Oh, it is a monster of a card. I think maybe it would have been too good. Certainly I wouldn't have complained, but the fact it is, well, so focused on Dino's only haste, it keeps it in check. Maybe it keeps it off people's radar, perhaps. Hard to say. It's going to be very interesting what we get with Lost Caverns of Ixal and Nash. That is, counting down the days. Again, I should schedule a stream when I find the release date. Mega pack opening. My goodness. Man, hopefully we get some dinos before then. Luckily we got Giant Cindermaw with the Brothers War. That was splendid. Did not expect that. Oh, that's looking good. Okay, we got some options here. Definitely going to get to 5, save 5. Topiary Stomper. Gwenna would be nice. You know what, let's go Topiary Stomper. Use up a slight bit more mana this turn. It's not the full mana we had, but, well, that's alright. Next turn we could go Thunderherd plus Gwenna to use up a total of 5, or just Regisaur to take out Narset. We'll see. If we draw land, we'll get to 6. Thunderherd would get us to 7. Got to worry a little bit about Absorb, but not too much. Question is, hasty shifting? They'll counter whatever we play anyways, so what would we want them to counter? That is the question. I kind of like them countering Gwenna. Goreclaw would have a nice immediate impact next turn. Potentially, well, Goreclaw plus Regisaur Alpha. We're going to be at a total of 7? Yeah. Yeah, we really want to get to 7. So Goreclaw for 4 and Regisaur Alpha for 3, because Goreclaw reduces it by 2. That'd be pretty explosive. Unfortunately, Gwenna doesn't untap, but do a nice little bit of damage. Narset, not really doing a whole lot for him. They've used her ability twice, so I don't think we need to. Ugh. Nuts. Let me see. What might we want to do? You know what? Let's try for Goreclaw. I think that's going to draw out that Absorb. Something's got to draw it out. Ooh, interesting. They're waiting for Regisaur Alpha, but, well, they don't know. Shifting Ceratops is about to happen for free because of Goreclaw. Boom. Lovely. Okay, now you got to use it. There's the Absorb. Getting to attack with Gwenna. I like that. I like that pairing right there. Goreclaw having an absolutely immediate effect. Just got to reply to something quick. Okay. Yeah, Stomping Ground. Pay the 2 life. Give Shifting Haste. I don't think they're going to do a whole lot to us. Just replying to one of my work friends. Going to drop off something for my son. Came a little bit late. Just mail. Everything that can go kind of slow, but ooh. Still not too worried about what they'll do. Hopefully Goreclaw is safe. Portable hole. Well, not the end of the world there. Oh, look at that, folks. Karuga for 1. This is a lovely pairing there. But, oh, we're set. Who doesn't like that? We're not set. I forgot, but that was awkward. I always forget that. Darn. That would have been nice. But also maybe it would have been just good to attack them right to the face anyways, so still not take out Narset. Do 4 to 10 damage. Carnage Taunt. That's good too. Hey. Beautiful. Look at that. They almost would have lived if Gwenna had stayed at 4, but oh man, that's Nash and anyone else watching right now later on. That was a utter demolish, picking apart, no chance whatsoever. How beautiful a way to start off the night. Hopefully things continue, but it is always pretty positive when stuff like that happens. If you're playing dinos and you're not using the full playset of Regis or Alpha, give it a go. See how it feels. I think you won't hate it, so that's for sure. Oh yes, absolutely. Having that shifting, but Nash, it was nice taking him down without needing shifting. That really felt quite good in this hand. Wow. Look at this. We're facing off against Karuga Fires of Invention. Something like that. So Boseiju, we might be looking to take out Fires of Invention. We'll see. But that's definitely what I expect when I see Karuga as a companion there. Gonna send Boseiju right off to the side so I don't accidentally play it. That would be a very sad thing for sure. At least we do have a dino to reveal. Don't have to worry too much about Zacama. They won't be sweating quite yet. Probably not too worried. Oh, this guy is an explosive. There's not a whole lot of power. But we'll see. If they can't deal with Gwenna or Goreclaw, the combination of those two actually might be our ticket. Why did I pay 3 life? I did not want to do that. We'll try for Goreclaw then, since that's the case. Bone Crusher, okay. Oh, this is looking good, folks. They don't do something quick. As the Zacama comes down next turn. That's... oh, wow. Okay. They have to kill somebody. Or else it's just game over. Look at that. That's the main reason, having Goreclaw, Gwenna, super duper cost reduction and ramping to get this big fantastic payoff. I may even increase the number of Zacama, but at the moment, I'm feeling pretty good. They could have ley line binding, lots of removal options, unfortunately. Okay, feels alright. Really? Really? Oh, well, that is interesting. So that is 3, 7... And we gotta tap one. Gotta tap them all to get what we need. Just so we maximize untapping all the lands when we do play Zacama. Boom. Beautiful. Just kill Bone Crusher. Oh, ley line binding. Okay, well, I'll resolve it. Actually, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Hold on a second. We'll let Zacama, and then, oh, look at this, hold on. That's not bulk mythic, and this, I let Zacama get killed. Watch, I'm going to tap all my lands. I'm going to get Zacama back for a single green. Oh, this is stunning. Boom. Well, I actually have to cast Zacama to untap my lands. I did forget about that one minor part, unfortunately. Oh yeah, you definitely get your mana's worth, that's for sure. Karn's turn it is. Untapping Gwenna, so we still have 4. Boom. Yeah, look at that. Can't say it's not bad. Of course, these things, they always die. This is pretty risky. There's lots of removal, but when isn't there lots of removal? If there's lots of removal anyways, might as well do the most powerful, explosive, nastiest thing possible in the face of that removal and do something like what just happened right there. You don't interact enough, you die. If you interact, still, doesn't matter. We get Zacama back. Pretty fantastic. Yeah. Most people. A lot of people don't get enough to actually cast Zacama. That's definitely a good point, Nash, for sure. So you're like, oh, I'm going to untap. Nuts. Whoops. Yeah, the majority of the time, I think people cheat it out. Certainly. It's still good to cheat it out for cheap, but if you can actually cast it with something like this, you're off to the races. Definitely. But we saw what it is. Some sort of Fires of Invention. Kind of feeling Archon of Emeria. They can only play one thing a turn with that fires. One thing for free, that is. That could really be quite painful for them. Tamios might be nice to stop that leyline binding, but again, we've got Zacama to destroy enchantments. There could be a pretty good chance we get to Zacama again. I'm feeling Archon. Let's do Archon. Cut Verdant Sun's avatar there. Emrakul. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you definitely get that cast trigger, I mean, I do like that these things have cast triggers. Of course, people or the designers got wise with enter the battlefield effects. They're like, we should probably make this a cast trigger, some minor hoop that people have to jump through. Lower the power level a bit. If lots of those big costly things did have enter the battlefield effects, yeah, it'd be rough. That's looking good. We'll hold off on Beseiju. Definitely, just owing to the fact of what this deck is. It's already looking pretty good. I mean, we got a bunch of Ramp Thunderherds, Topiary Stompers. We'll be at 5, 6 quite easily with this hand. Gotta play Beseiju. Keep up the lands each turn for sure. Possibly get to 7 next turn. I can go Thunderherd plus Topiary Stomper, but well, we'll see. Skyclave Apparition, hey, if that's what you want to exile, fine by me. Of course, there's a lot of creatures that are above a mana value of 5. Skyclave can only exile a non-land, non-token permanent mana value 4 or less, so there are quite a few things that dodge it. They probably figured, oh, I gotta do something. Yeah, Topiary and Thunderherd. Really should have gone, could have gone Thunderherd first, revealing Topiary, but I still have 3, so don't have to reveal the nastiness that is in my hand at the moment. There's that fires, like we figured. Unfortunately, did have to use that Beseiju. Made sense to use that Beseiju, I should say. Almost at Zacama levels right now. We do need a source of white, but certainly want Kiora to get that draw. That is going to be pretty nasty. We'll go with Regis or Alpha. Still gets a draw. Gets things to have haste quite nicely, and yeah. I'll just swing with Topiary. Certainly I wouldn't expect Omnath to trade with it. They want that guy to stick around. That's okay. We'll see if they have some sort of sweeper maybe next turn, but Hasty Carnage Tyrant is going to be welcome indeed. Hopefully we get a source of white if I do see Zacama. Usually I see a Jetmir's Garden or I have a Gwenna, relying on those 2 cards to be able to... I jinx myself. Nuts. Kenrith Hasty plus... Oh, okay. Yeah. Getting Karuga into their hand and Kenrith taking Kiora down to 2. Taking us down to... Oh, interesting. There's the Jetmirs. Good stuff. That's what we need. And we need a hasty Regisaur. And oh, Gwenna. Alright. Lovely. Hopefully things don't go too bad next turn, but bam. We're in the territory of Zacama again. Oh boy. Yeah, I really want to up the copies of that. I don't think I'd go with 4 copies of Zacama. That's pretty crazy, but the ease, it certainly seems, with which we can cast it. Definitely at least 2. 3 probably seems like a good sweet spot, just because it is so versatile. Artifacts, enchantments, creatures, gain some life, doing lots of lovely stuff. That Leyline Binding, not so lovely. And speaking of enchantments, Fires of Invention, Leyline Binding, enchantment decks, I haven't seen them a whole lot. Partly why I've cut most enchantment removal. Nah, well, we could still get them nicely-ish. Gonna have to do something good though. Ooh, another Gwenna. Not exactly what I want to see, but yeah, I guess Kiora can untap, tap again, make Carnage Tyrant effectively 2. Hopefully we draw some nice body. Ooh, Marauding, not so nice. Now the question is, will we have enough to defend against Kenrith and Karuga? They're going to have trample, big bodies. I don't think it's enough. They have 11 at the moment, and we have 9, 13, 16 total toughness. 2. And we might be able to do it. We'll see. We'll see. If they play some creature, it's definitely over. Kenrith is going to give everything haste, but you never know. That'd be pretty sweet if we did save ourselves. Cavalier of Flame certainly would be pretty bad. Fable, well, not so bad. Got 1 turn here, I think. Oh, double Fable. Man, I'm really wishing I had that back to nature. Destroy all enchantments for 1 and a green at instant speed. Always makes me think maybe a couple copies, diversify the sideboard. Oh yeah, that's definitely it. What am I thinking? They got 2 tokens, and that certainly is doing us in. All right. Well, keep it like that. Yeah, keep it like that. But yeah, diversifying the sideboard. I know I often tend to have it 4 ofs and 3 ofs. Yeah. It's a habit. Is it a bad habit? Hard to say. Is it good to make it wide-ranging? The sideboard have a focused... Well, I do have a focused main, for sure. But diversifying the sideboard, just have the silver bullets, or not as many silver bullets, and have 4 ofs that are still quite versatile. Archon helping us against lots of stuff. Boom. There it is. Unfortunately, we do have to mulligan this 1 land hand. But having 4 ofs that are still diversified, or just not having any hate against something you're not really seeing, like this Krug of Fires, which is quite non-existent. Or simply, I don't know, not worrying about stuff too much. I think it should be good. We'll get to 3 for Archon or Kiora. Oh, that is also good. At least we do have enough dinos to reveal. Definitely, Thunderherd can be a little bit clunky. Maybe if you're adding the Llanowar Elves and that thing. Speaking of Llanowar Elves, very fantastic. I will use it again. Don't you worry, guys. I loved it. That first outing I did with it, I'd never done it before in 4.5 years. Just preference mostly. Question is Kiora, Topiary, Archon? Let's go with Kiora. Hopefully it's safe from a leyline binding. I'll cross my fingers. Oh, I jinxed myself. Nuts. That's alright, I think. Go Topiary Stomper, get to 5 if we see Regis or Alpha. We get to drop that. If we see another land, we can go Carnage Tyrant, of course. And oh, with only a couple new cards, you can do such a wide range of stuff now. Archon that turn would have been good. I should have maybe suspected with them getting to 4. They might have gone Fires. If I had gone Archon, of course, Fires is the only thing they would have been able to do this turn, which really, again, you can see how it would have slowed things down. A G-rated channel, yes, Izzet, I know. Yeah, just talking about diversification of sideboards versus not. Relying on silver bullets, having 1 or 2, but having a wide range of interaction spells. The 2 Reckless Rage, 2 Bouncers Beat Down can be good, both of those things in matchups, but really good Bouncers Beat Down, of course, against lots of black stuff, which I have been facing. Now the question is, Gwenna technically gets us to 7, possibly 8 next turn. We're going to go with Archon and see what that does to their hopes and dreams. Hopefully no leyline binding. If they don't have removal for Archon, they're going to be very sad right now. Leyline binding, yes, a G-rated channel, but we're going to keep things in check. Bring it right back down to G. Or rated E for everyone. Don't know why they said oops, but maybe they figured I was going to slow things down enough. That's alright. I'm not blocking with Archon. Kenrith is pretty rough for sure. Nuts. Do I like Carnage Tyrant or do I like when we gotta go somebody? I think that might be it. Let's try for Gwenna. We'll maybe use Archon to block somebody next turn. Possibly. Maybe they have another leyline binding. Hopefully we can keep Gwenna alive, possibly getting to go Zacama next turn, and of course we'd be off to the races after that. They probably said oops just because they could play Kenrith, give everybody haste, make things big. It's not, oh, River's Rebuke. Okay, well. Izzet, I think you jinxed things. You said you thought it was a G-rated channel. It just became R-rated with that play. I'm going to have to go back and cut this moment out. I'm going to get striked. This is not made for kids. This is... that was completely inappropriate, and I'm sorry, guys, for what just happened. I mean, the most filthy, Izzet, you said it, 100%. I'm going to have nightmares. I'm not going to be able to sleep. Luckily, I had a 3-hour nap today, so I might be safe. We'll see. Well, still a good time, either way. Watch us face back to back. Karuga Fires of Invention. Barf a bunch of stuff, make things hasty, big, quick. Certainly very diversified, that list, of course. They got so many big, lovely heavy hitters. Can't remember the last time I did face a Fires of Invention list. That's got to be 4 days, 4 or 5 days, maybe closer to a week. Potentially. Alright, what's it going to be? Finally something black related, perhaps? Mono black devotion with Nykthos. Shrine to Nyx. It's not just for mono green. I did face a mono black Nykthos list today, and that was nasty. Anything involving Nykthos is going to be nasty, and this hand is kind of filthy, similar to how that previous game ended. I mean, I'm slightly tempted to keep it, of course. 2 lands. No. Okay, whoa, that's better. All right. Wow. Glad I listened to my gut. That would not have been a good thing. Now, send Verdance to the bottom. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's nice seeing our single copy of Mana Confluence. I looked up the price of this card just in paper. I was like, oh, maybe I'm going to pick up a copy. No. No siree. That's not happening. And definitely Thunderherd. Let's get that ramp going. But yeah, Mana Confluence right now is, I think the cheapest copy, 25 bucks US, 30 bucks maybe. Oh, Commander, yes. That does make sense. If you see something super expensive that surprises you, yeah, that is definitely why. But it does seem like we may get Carnage Tyrant next turn. Shake your fist at Commander every time. Luckily, Dinos in Commander or Dinosaur Tribal doesn't really work in Commander too much. I mean, Zacama and Gishath. Definitely Gishath is probably the most popular Commander for Dinos. Ooh. Oh, mono green ramp, but not quite the ramp package. Luckily, can't believe I'm saying it. Luckily, we're facing mono green. Again, very surprising to not see it. Well, that's a little bit of a headache. At least Cavalier of Thorns. It can't take out Carnage Tyrant, being at 6 toughness there, so it's not so bad. Those Urza lands, yes. I kind of like them. Of course, I have the best land. As always, you can't beat getting the jump start Dinosaur Forest. Hopefully they release it again, but we'll see how things go here. Kind of rough. Oh, 7-8. Ouch. I mean, we could take out Nykthos. That would slow him down a little bit, but not that much. We'll think. Let's see. Do I even want to bother? That's the question. Brotherhood's End, of course, would have been good in this moment. Taking out Karn, Simeon, Simulacrum, some of the ramping, and then also taking out Nykthos as well. That would have done the trick, stemming some of their ramp. I'm trying to think. They'll have 6 next turn. They won't be able to play whatchamacallit, Cityscape Leveler. So I say we just go with that. Take out Nykthos. Hope they don't have another copy in hand. Cross your fingers, cross your claws, but where there's one, there's another, because I think most Devotion lists, they play all 4 Nykthos. Not entirely sure. Damping Sphere not in the board tonight. Mainly Archon of Emeria to slow things down, similar to how Damping Sphere can slow things down. And I kind of felt like Damping Sphere didn't even slow it down enough. If it's really only sort of turning off Nykthos, they still have plenty of ramp other ways. Bad things still happen also. Felt like maybe stopping them from playing multiple things a turn with Archon of Emeria might be a little better than the Damping Spear. Of course, a combination of the two could be pretty good. Well, that will do it. They still had exactly enough for the portal, so ouch. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The Brotherhood's End, taking out those little things. I mean, if we had or were able to sweep them there. Of course, taking out the elves and the Caryatid Simulacrum could have done the trick. Storm the Festival, yes. There's a lot of nasty potential things. You shut down one angle that they use and they probably have something else bad that you have to consider, or you have to make a concession and not spread yourself too thin, taking out all their different ways they can bring you pain. But yeah, Brotherhood's End, Archon. Hope it does enough. Cross our fingers. They can't play multiple Storm the Festivals. Again, maybe they only play a Karn in a turn. They can't do anything else for that turn with Archon, and yeah, we'll see. It's hard to say. The fact that we've got Nykthos now, so many people are playing basically the mono green list. We still don't have Oath of Nissa, but they'll unban that eventually. They have to mirror it 1-1 with Pioneer, but when they get Oath of Nissa, the fact so many people will be spamming games with this deck, I think it's going to make, yeah, it's going to highlight that maybe it's a touch too strong. I don't care either way. I'll face whatever. I mean, it's never a question of if dinos are powerful enough. It's always what it's going to be, but we still got to cut somewhere. Zacama? Maybe. Carnage Tyrant. 2 Carnage. 2 Zacama. 1 Zacama. 1 Goreclaw. Alright. Pretty good Pablo. Started off quite strong. 2-2. 2-1. It might be 2-2, but the first match was absolutely lovely against Azorius Control. I took down Azorius Control, that's the thing. That's the main takeaway. Azorius Control in 2 games, it didn't even go to 3 games, which is stunning. And this hand is certainly a lot better than that first one. We got 2 lands, bunch of stuff for 2. We got the Archon, which we're looking for. A source of white to play. Archon. Regisaur, I think it's got to go to the bottom, unfortunately. Regisaur is going to be sorely missed. You know what? Let's play it safe. Let's get to 3 just in case they do something nasty. Just in case we want to go Brotherhood's End. Maybe. Something like that. We'll see. They didn't play the turn 1 Land War Elves, so they wouldn't do quite as much nasty explosiveness. Wolfvillahaven, of course, to be expected. You know what, let's go with Archon. I think that's going to slow him down. Maybe they play only a Dork this turn. We're going to find out. I don't think they'll have removal for it. Maybe they wanted to play a Dork or something. I'm liking the looks of this. Well, marauding, certainly. We can't play another Archon, but we don't really need to play another Archon at the moment. I think so. I was hoping to highlight Archon in this mono green matchup. It's going all right. Can't go Carnage anyways, but still. Sometimes, often enough, you know, I'm only playing one thing a turn. Slowing things down. Let's see how it works. Ugh. Well, that's good. That's good. They'll get 2 bodies, 2 for 1, kind of as if they played 2 things. Oh, Isaac, you, my friend, are the good luck charm. Best case scenario, it just got infinitely better because man, that's pretty costly. 6 to get 2 forests. I can't spam the excited and the proud Dino emote enough. Oh, we want Gwenna to untap. Oh, you gotta make sure, keep an eye on that. Just in case you have enough for a Dino, Gwenna wouldn't tap herself. And we're getting there. But yeah, if I had 5 lands, Gwen wouldn't have tapped and untapped. More efficient for sure to tap her. She still gets that counter even if she doesn't tap and untap, but... Ugh. Oh my goodness, I have to clip this match. What? You just never know. I'm glad some of you guys are watching live to catch it. You may... Wow. Speechless. Back-to-back... Oh. Containment Priest against Mono Green. Oh. Rest in peace, opponent. I kind of like that. Ooh, that is good. I might have to consider Containment Priest. Of course, Marauding Raptor would kill Containment Priest, unfortunately. It is in white, and if anything that is creature-based, Gwenna could help play it. Ultra best case scenario. Yeah, we don't even need Containment Priest to make them search for forest, but I'm going to keep that in mind. Anything that can turn off Storm the Festival definitely feels like a good thing to do for sure. I think it's pretty much impossible to top that scenario though, Pablo. Yeah. I can all but guarantee I'd bet money we don't get that lucky again. Back-to-back storms getting that. Oh, I don't know. Send one topiary to the bottom. I kind of feel we may get to Carnage Tyrant. Hope. Well, we're at 3 lands, so we are in range of Gwenna. Gwenna, Goreclaw, Carnage. Possibly Gwenna plus Carnage. If we keep drawing lands, that's how it could go. Be at 4 lands plus Gwenna on. Jetmir's nice. I like it. We don't have to play Mana Confluence, so it does look pretty positive right here. 16 mana for 4 forests. Value town right there. Yes, indeed. Gotta watch out. It's getting out of control. It's hard to top that. That sounds like a play testing level when they were first making the game. Maybe that's how much things like that cost. I don't know. That's like, well, I would say alpha level power. It was kind of, well, hold on a second. We got a Brotherhood's End. Well, let's wait. No, we're going to be playing stuff. What am I thinking? I do like Goreclaw. Yeah, Goreclaw, reduce topiary to 2. We use up everything. Carnage Tyrant next turn. I like it. Yeah, that feels good. Yeah, Nykthos. That was big, helpful. Maybe Damping Sphere. Maybe just cut Tameo Safekeeping completely from the sideboard. Doesn't feel like I bring it in a whole lot. I feel like Damping Sphere might be better. Just throw Caution to the Wind, cut that protection spell, and bring in Damping to further bring the pain to stuff. Of course, I'm not blocking with Goreclaw. I don't mind taking 4, and they only have 1 card left. This is actually looking pretty good. Ooh, okay. Well, Gwenna's certainly tapping. Gonna have enough for Brotherhood's End, and because Gwenna, I waited to make sure she had a counter. Well, Goreclaw wouldn't survive Brotherhood's End, but we'll still... Maybe I won't attack. Let's see. Do I want to attack? You know what? Let's wait until Carnage Tyrant gets powered up and potentially be able to attack with Topiary if we draw another land next turn. We'll see. Don't have too many crazy things, so we still could easily go Brotherhood's End. Now we'd want to attack first. That's the one little point. Goreclaw having 3 toughness feels kind of painful sometimes with Brotherhoods, but okay, we turned on Topiary. I think this is the best case scenario. Do as much damage as possible, and then we'll just decimate everything. Hopefully. Cavalier of Thorns, we'll see what it blocks. We'll still take everything out though, after it's all done. Still pretty good being left with a Gwenna and a Carnage Treant and them having nothing. Good enough. At least they don't have a Nykthos. Hopefully, oh yeah, Karn. That's going to be problematic. We still might have a chance. We'll be able to completely take out Kiora next turn, possibly Karn as well. If he's 3 or less loyalty. What are they going to grab? Something problematic. What can they play for 4? What art of... well, 6. Yeah. Kira's going to untap that forest that has Wolfwillow Haven on it. I still might be safe. We'll see. We'll see. It feels pretty good. Taking out Karn and Kiora next turn should be helpful. But yeah, just the fact, man, Brotherhood's hitting creatures and planeswalkers again. I gotta highlight that fact. Helps. Rakdos midrange. Maybe we take out a bunch of stuff along with Liliana of the Veil. Beautiful. Beautiful. It really does continue to seem like it outshines that Anger of the Gods. Eventually, we'll do something. That's good. That actually is does nothing. That dies. I think it might be the most speaking of Brotherhood's end, this is an end to their chances. Mono Green's end, that's what I should call it. Dead. Oh, we got it done. Phew. We took down Mono Green at least once tonight. We've taken down Azorius Control into Mono Green eventually. Alright. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff, I must say. Hopefully Brotherhood's End does drop in price again. Some of you guys picked it up when it was cheap. I did not, unfortunately. I may just bite the bullet tonight. I don't see it going down in price anytime soon. Even when it rotates out of standard, I still think it's going to be an absolute all-star. On the way to Mythic, I will see, Pablo. Hard to say. Lots of variants. I do like switching up and changing things, maybe not being as focused and grinding. Of course, I do like grinding and iterating slightly on a list over multiple consecutive nights. That does feel pretty good as well. And you guys appreciate it also. We'll see. Maybe it's too many lands. Hard to say. I think so. I think so. I probably should get it now. Yeah. Getting all artifacts. Cheap artifacts are pretty big in some Eternal formats. Definitely. A lot of cheap things. There's not a lot of costly things, so the artifact side of it really could help in this. It's a little bit iffy. Possibly that hand was better with the 5 lands, but I wanted something a little bit rampier. Hey, we're at 3. We got Marauding plus Kiora. Eventually we could get to Regisaur Alpha. Technically at 4 with Kiora. 3 lands. Lovely stuff. Take the ping. We won't play Mana Confluence if we don't absolutely have to, of course. Elves? Blizzard Brawl is coming up to take out Marauding Raptor, unfortunately. If they do play that 3rd snow-covered forest. Oh. Phew. Well, it should be good. I mean, Brotherhood's End is going to decimate mono green snow elves. Hopefully they're wearing their coats to keep them nice and cozy. The day full of dinos is going to come. Definitely, Pablo. With the release of Lost Caverns of Ixalan, when that drops, people are going to start eyeing up dinos even more. I must say, really should have gone Jetmir's Garden there, since I was going Gwenna. That's alright. We still got Cura next turn. Tapping Gwenna, untapping, total of 4. Right there, we still get Regis or Alpha, and that Marwyn is going to get big. You want to kill Marwyn on sight. Whenever an elf enters the battlefield, she gets a counter, and yeah, it's sometimes lights out after that. Oh, we didn't tap her yet. Oh, that was close. I almost made the mistake of untapping something that was already untapped. I've done that too many times before. Too many times that I care to admit. See what they do to marauding. If we take out a War Master and a token, that'd be out. Oh. Or they're going to barf a lot of stuff. Marwyn is going to get pretty big. Luckily, they stumbled a little bit in the land department, but Marwyn at the moment tapping for 4 green, equal to her power. 5. That might be it. You can see why you kill Marwyn immediately if you're able to. Yeah. Brotherhood's End. I miss you. Rampaging Frostodon, actually, I miss. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you ping them for 1. That would have got it done. I don't see us busting through this. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what Goreclaw draws. Maybe we get Kruga. That's kind of nice. Let's just keep barfing stuff. This might actually turn out okay. We're gonna draw a ton. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, okay. Watch. This is good. We play Galta first instead of Regisaur, so Gwenna still on taps, and then we still have enough for Gwenna. Oh my gosh. Oh, look. Actually. Oh, I didn't even do the thing. Okay, hold on. This is disgusting. We don't even need Brotherhood's End. Tap, untap, tap. Do all that good stuff. Carnage time. Let's go. Filthy. We had a filthy turn with Leyline Binding and stuff, but now we're about to have also another filthy turn. I'll pay 2 green to effectively cycle Galta. This is also the thing. Galta right now is free because Gwenna untaps, but I'm also drawing a card. So Galta has a cycle cost of 0. Effectively. Verdant. Oh, Verdant. Oh, I didn't even see it. Isaac. I'm glad you pointed that out. That would have not been good if I missed it. But yeah, Verdant. Okay. Let's just keep going nastier and nastier here. Now we gain 12 life. I'm surprised why they haven't conceded yet. Odd. Huh. Okay, well, Rootbound Crag. Good old Regisaur Alpha giving... Yeah, I think Regisaur still makes a touch more sense, even though Gwenna doesn't untap anymore. Man, those are tiny cards. Big. Explosive. I thought we were done, but boom. $40 life. I like it. Unfortunately, we can't attack with Goreclaw. That would have absolutely locked things up. Powering up everything, giving it, or most things, trample. Certainly Marauding Raptor sitting at a 14-3. Could have potentially been a 15-4 trample. Bigger than Galta herself. Well, this is thrilling to see. You don't really expect this, but at the very least you see what could happen. You snatch a win from the jaws of defeat that we were staring down with this wide board. If we can take a win without revealing the fact we have a sweeper like Brotherhood's End, that's always good. So we could surprise them potentially next game. Yeah. Devastating. I think they're dead. Oh, she is. She is. I do worry sometimes, especially with this list. I don't have quite enough creatures that have 5 power, but it definitely is. It definitely is. I still say she's made for dinos. Again, what other deck is making use of creatures that actually start at 5 power? Enough creatures. But, yeah. Certainly Verdant Sun's Avatar. That was pretty fantastic. I got Gwenna. I got Brotherhood's End. Off to the races. Man, that is nasty. Are they still dead? I don't know, Math is still dead. Whew. If you leave us alone, bad things happen. Hey, alright, thanks for sticking around, Pablo, as much as you can. Yeah, very insane, for sure. Hopefully you have a good night, get some good sleep, and we're going to keep bringing the pain. Now the question is, I don't think we really need Zacama so much in this variation. Verdant Sun's Avatar gaining life was good. Maybe one Carnage, one Verdant Suns. I don't know. Maybe they didn't factor in the trample. I figure they still factored in the trample. I'm just happy I didn't have to do the math. Thinking, oh, can I survive slightly? Maybe. Could have made another coffee. Could have probably gone to the washroom in that time. Yeah, pretty decent. Hopefully other decks get to use Gwenna as much as I think dinos do. Yeah, having just enough things at 5 power. Regisaur, a little bit rough that it doesn't untap Gwenna. Of course, Goreclaw reducing Regisaur by 3 does feel pretty good. Goreclaw oftentimes having that immediate impact due to cost reduction. I don't think I can do this. If one of these came untapped, maybe, just to make sure I got Thunderherd in my... Yeah, no, that's... Oof, rough. I'm going to try for it. A little bit more rough, unfortunately, but I didn't want it to continue to go downhill. Nuts. Yeah, we've already won once. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, definitely. I like that suggestion you gave in the comments there. Fortunately, I got my 2 lands. Phew. Yeah, let's go with Thunderherds. Potentially getting to 4 lands next turn if we draw it. I could go Marauding plus Topiary Stomper, which would be ideal. But yeah, I do think that was a good suggestion. Cutting some Verdant Suns, maybe cutting them completely. Maybe I still have enough creatures that do have at least 5 power for Gwenna. Hopefully. I think that could be good. Maybe I don't need Verdant Suns. Again, it has been nice to stabilize a little bit against Mono Black in the face of Sheoldred. Whenever we draw a card, lose 2 life, but we're playing a creature and we're gaining a bunch of life back. So it does kind of offset that thing, I must say. But we'll try for Topiary. Yeah. Hopefully see that Brotherhood's End. Probably want to see it at next turn, otherwise that might be it for us. Itlamok's going to be nasty. At least They don't have too many things in hand. Oh, very good, Misty. If you are just joining me, you missed an absolutely explosive finish. The previous game against these elves. They were going to win. They had a massive board like they kind of do now. Yeah, and we just exploded. We barfed so many things. Drawing cards with Kiora, Gwenna, Tapu. Oh yeah, what am I thinking? I forgot about that fact. I don't know, hard to say. You definitely, I mean, all that early stuff could get killed. Again, maybe going back to the fact I should try to do the best, most explosive lines. Llanowar Elves would do that. Sometimes allowing for the turn to Gwenna or Topiary or Kiora definitely is good. Maybe definitely it's good enough, I think. Even if we see Llanowar Elves any turn after the first turn, which can be kind of feel bad, unfortunately. Shifting is 2 less. Carnage is 6, and then shifting is 4, which really, definitely, I think is pretty good. 2 less, yes. Oh, you got it too. Oh, that's keep. Yep, instantly. We don't have 2 sources of red, unfortunately, but Thunderherd is going to grab us 1. Destroyed your janky self-mill deck. Ooh, ouch. Tainted Pact and Historic. I'm surprised we still see it, just because Thassa's Oracle has been banned, their main win condition. Or maybe Thassa's Oracle is legal again, but yeah, Tainted Pact, nasty stuff. Oh, the lab guy. Ah, yes, replacement for Thassa's. Ah, that's unfortunate, to say the least. Definitely wouldn't expect to see Tainted Pact at all. It was nasty whenever I faced it before, it went goodbye. I think this still could be pretty good. Maybe just Goreclaw next turn? Possibly. I always thought about something at instant speed that could make the opponent draw a card. So in a split second when they have 0 and they go to... Oh, alright, we technically got our second source red, but with that Tainted Pact list, right when they have 0 cards, right before they're about to win, whatever ability is on the stack, if we could at instant speed make them draw a card while they have nothing and win that way against Tainted Pact. That was always my idea there. We don't want to go Brotherhood's End this turn. Got to be Goreclaw. Let's do it. Not enough value for Brotherhood's End. That would be hilarious, Drew. Yes. The ultimate way to win against Tainted Pact. Beat them at their own game. A taste of their own medicine. Certainly. Oh yeah. It was good. It was doing lots of different things. I didn't mind it. Yeah. Fortunately, I mean, with Historic, a digital format, they can kind of do that pretty easily. We gotta do Brotherhood's End this turn, though. Oh yeah, we can still go Topiary Stomper. I forgot. It's Goreclaw. Fantasticness. We still get to ramp. We still get to kill some stuff. Of course, we'll attack with Goreclaw. We'll get some value from it before... Oh wait. Never mind, he's going to live. What am I thinking? We're off to the races here, folks. This is what you watch for. Boom. They may just pack it in right there. Lorian of the Third Path tech. Ah. Yeah, I saw that card. Pretty interesting stuff. Gorgeous, iconic, Drew. Yes. Yes, you said it. Marauding to further reduce Verdant Suns to 4. Either way, it would have been good, whatever we do here. You know what? I'm going to wait until next turn. I want Verdant Suns to have trample. Marauding Raptor to also have trample really send it home. They won't do too much explosive stuff this turn, I feel. Yeah, breaking up the Oracle Pack combo is... would have been good if we had Loran of the third path a little bit sooner. Making him draw at instant speed, again, that is where it's at. And this turn is where it's at, I think. Could have gone Gwenna, given her a counter. She's not ramping, but getting a lot of boom, damage, all trample. That's good stuff. I've wondered about streaming on multiple platforms just because I have the YouTube channel. Here and there making regular episodes, then streaming, keeping it all together potentially. I was thinking about Twitch. Streaming at the same time. I hear, well, Twitch does allow that. Recently, oh, okay, we got it done. All right. But recently Twitch changed their requirements or their rules that you could stream on something else or stream at something at the same time. I'm pretty sure. I might look into that, possibly. Having two chats, though, going at the same time always felt kind of odd to me. Hard to say. I have wondered about that. I think this is good enough for now, but just increasing the reach for sure. We'll see. All into one chat. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I didn't know there was a tool to do that. So, yeah, definitely. I think I'll look into it, just due to that fact. Ah, okay. Yeah, definitely. People don't see Verdant Sun's avatar too much. If you guys want an explanation, of course, of various things, happy to pause for a second, explain a little bit about things, and give a rundown. Oh, another mono green ramp? Well, we'll see. Maybe Zacamas is the thing that's going to bust through, help us. Elves, board sweepers, dinos, that's where it's at. It does feel pretty good too with the Twitch overlays. Kind of like that idea. I don't know. There's lots to consider. I'm starting to hopefully write more for the website, design some more different merchandise stickers. I've been looking at stickers of those emotes that I use, the excited dino and all that stuff. A lot of things on the go. Slowly, adding to the suite of stuff and content, and hopefully being able to do something in the face of this ramp, but it is looking like that's not going to be the case. Ooh, look at how much they barfed. Well, we'll try for something, but sometimes things just don't work out. We've taken down mono green once, so let's focus on the positives, the silver linings. They're not going to grab two forests. Also, Misty, if you missed it, when I faced mono green before tonight, Storm the Festival grabbed two forests. The second time they cast it, two forests again. Certainly weren't as lucky this time. But yeah. That's going to do it. At least it was quick. Boom. Explosive. Kind of like an Archon again. Yeah, oh, I saw that. I saw that Ulamog. I mean, I guess if they're rampy and a payoff, but they are using Storm the Festival. Yeah, trust in Karn. I know. Do you think Storm the Festival would be enough? Do you get so many fantastic hits? You got Karn, Portal to Phyrexia. Karn grabs out of the sideboard. They easily play it. We have to sacrifice 3 creatures. I feel Portal to Phyrexia would be better than Ulamog. I mean, he can take out lands, of course, which is good, but having us sacrifice 3 creatures... Yeah, I know. Hopefully, I can bring the pain to this deck and you don't feel as mad seeing Ulamog. We'll see, but let's get the sideboarding done out of the way. Archon, slow him down. Don't barf many things. That's the plan. Well, Grim Verdant Sons. That Brotherhood's End. Still not too sure about Brotherhoods. Sometimes they get a lot of dorks, sometimes they don't. Maybe they get one, and then everything else is bigger. Or taking out... Karn. You know what? Let's do it. Okay. Whew, Alpine Moon, yes. Yeah, if they get to cast it, there is no god. You said it. I've wondered about Alpine Moon. I do have a single copy from way back when I was opening up M19, I think. Something like that. Yeah, it is nice. Alpine Moon, of course, can shut down all sorts of man lands. Lovely stuff, definitely. Beseju. Take out Nykthos just in case, so we certainly want to keep that. We'll send Karplusan to the bottom. I wonder about Alpine Moon. Definitely nice being a permanent, potentially having a turn 1 play, since at the moment I don't have too many of those. Oh yeah, I can't go Thunderherd. I was like, oh, whoa, why'd it go to their turn? Nuts. That's alright though. Oh, well. I said they don't play too many dorks. We've got the thing that allows us to take out Paradise Druid. Okay. Pretty good. Now the question is, should I sweep? Pretty sure I should. Taking out these two things, they would only have 3 next turn. If we left those alive to potentially gain more value, no, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good. Let's do it. Not ask questions. Would have been too scary to leave those alive. And paired tilting you, yes, this is definitely not a stock mono green devotion list. Good thing I took them out. They got Nykthos, which we're going to drop. Oh. All right. Now the question is, take out Nykthos this turn, wait for them to play something next turn, then take it out. Wait for that thing to be on the stack. Let me think. Nah, we'll just take it out now. I was thinking I'd have 1 turn. I don't want to risk it. Too much scary stuff. Oh, black, what's going on here? If you weren't tilted before, now we're seeing Overgrown Tomb. I'm confused. Oh yeah, that would have been nasty. Oh, and there's... Ouch. Pulsating with Rage, yeah, that's, well, that does it for us. I don't see us coming back from that, unfortunately. Let's take a quick peek at what they had. We don't see a whole lot. They didn't do a whole lot. Well, they did a whole lot of very interesting... Oh, never mind. We don't want to look at that. Let's move on. Something less rage-inducing than Golgari, mono green, a little bit of black splash devotion with Ulamog and Storm the Festival. I'm sorry, Isaac, I couldn't get the win for you, showing them they should just stick to the bread and butter, the tried and true lists, but yikes. Nuts. Yeah, mono green. Tough stuff. Even if you take out Nykthos, they still do painful things. I can work with that. Yeah, could be good as long as they don't interact too much. We get Gwenna. Help get Regisaur or Carnage Tyrant. Let's relax. Have a nice calming matchup this one. Low interaction from the opponent. We just play our stuff, have a good time, make my voice extra relaxing, settle down. Oh yeah, no, there definitely is. Big time. You have to do so much stuff to stop them. It's not like Greasefang where you could hate on the graveyard and that really gimps their main plan. Yeah, it's rough. But it's okay. Still do our best. Try our best to take some of your guys' fantastic suggestions. Again, sometimes you see stuff I don't see. And that can be really all that's needed to find that extra piece. Of course, we're seeing that one Shadow Skull smashing, eating my veggies, bringing in this good thing. Eventually. One day. It does seem like Arena, though, has been kind of glitchy. Maybe that's what's happening right now. It did freeze on me once today on my phone. I may not have reset my phone in a while. Sometimes that's what happens. If you let your phone go down low battery power, you keep recharging it without actually ever completely turning it off. Sometimes that causes funny business. Smashing, woo, yes. 2 rotting Regisaurs. Oh. All we needed was smashing. They knew we were going to smash them, but 2 rotting, that does kind of make sense. Liliana discards, their stuff rotting. Turn that drawback into a bonus. It has hurt me quite a bit when I've done Jund Dinos. You guys may have seen. That rotting, go to the upkeep, have its discard on the stack, and then they kill rotting with Fatal Push, maybe some sort of removal. It is certainly a feel bad. Great potential, for sure. Regisaur against Phoenix. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, the Parhelions. Just increasing the ways to get Parhelion into the graveyard really does seem like the thing. Sometimes it can be rough, it feels. Even if they have a lot of stuff. But having that body that also gets something else big in the graveyard does make sense, I must say. Well, I don't know what they are, so I won't do anything. Oh yeah, and of course if they don't get the Greasefang combo online, if it is Abzan Greasefang, you may just slam a bunch of good bodies. Essica's Chariot, you may just play outright for 4 mana and then make a bunch of cats, do stuff that way. But depending on the build, yeah, you could just have a lot of bodies that you play, kind of a mid-rangey, go wide sort of strategy. It's not so narrow. Of course, if it stayed Orzhov, just black and white, Greasefang, I don't think that's good. I think definitely it probably should always stay Abzan, black, white, and green. Oh, Rotting Chariots. Yeah, definitely. Rotting, turn 3. Maybe turn 2 if you're playing Llanowar Elves in Greasefang. I don't know if that's a thing. But yeah, Rotting. Next turn you discard the Chariot, play Greasefang, get it. Oh, lovely. Yeah, that does sound good. Of course, Rotting is used quite nicely in fight rigging decks, which I haven't really seen at all. A long time since I've seen that. But it is nice. Some of our dinos are used in other decks. It's always nice seeing Shifting Ceratops used in Gruul mid-range a little bit. Of course, it's probably nice for them having an option that is kind of resilient against control. Blue-based or mono-blue spirits, of course, which, speaking of, I haven't seen mono-blue spirits in a week. Mainly why I've moved Shifting Ceratops to the sideboard and cut it down to 3. Yeah, just non-existent for me. It's always quite varied. Yes, Wayfinder. Definitely nice that they brought Wayfinder into Explorer. Big time. Faced a lot of mono blue, huh? The Nightmare matchup, yes. Mono blue spirits, mono red aggro, Boros Heroic, I think. Very aggressive stuff against mono green. Painful. Maybe the algorithm was watching, whether it was best of 1 or best of 3. I think you probably play best of 3 a lot. I always recommend that to people if they don't know the fact that best of 1 has shenanigans that happen behind the scene. More than best of 3, if there is any shenanigans that happen behind the scenes with best of 3. I don't know. But yeah, best of 1 is interesting to say the least. Definitely Greasefang shines in best of 1 and decks that fold to specific sideboard hate. Oh, the power. They saw the Gulta sleeve and they knew bad things were about to happen, perhaps. Mono blue spirits again still wrecked me when I was facing it quite a bit. Maybe the fact I have shifting Ceratops has scared away mono blue spirits. The algorithm sees shifting and they're like, we don't want to do that. Or they send a mono blue spirits my way if a particular person has been winning a little bit too much. Oftentimes they still win, unfortunately. That is a rough matchup. Best of 1 absolutely is not magic. I 100% agree. Fast, addictive. I guess it is nice for people, but they say, oh, the time, I don't have time for best of 3. Sometimes it can go to half an hour. There should probably be a pretty good idea whether you're going to win or lose before it gets to half an hour. Maybe it's against control, but I think for the most part, we can set aside 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You should be able to set aside at least that much time to a single match. I'd be surprised if somebody legitimately could not do that. Don't have anything that Marauding can power out, so we'll get to 3 lands. Get to maybe play Kiora next turn. Hopefully do enough against what seems to be mono green again. Finally, we're facing it multiple times a night. Had to happen at some point here. Might be elves. Huh, they're attacking with the land war. Yeah, it does. At least I remembered I can go Kiora, untap a Karplusan, and still go Marauding. I almost went Marauding it. Well, Thunderherd and Marauding also would have been good. Now we want Kiora to draw some stuff for sure. Next turn should be nice. Hopefully. Do they have fight spells? They looked at Marauding, so we'll see. It does help you learn the basics, casting things, but people don't play best of 1 if you go playing paper. I mean, maybe they do. Kitchen table magic, perhaps. Oh yeah, you have to get trained in that fact as well. And of course, best of 3, you at least get a chance to do something. You get the information, you can bring in your sideboard. Sideboarding, of course, is just lovely. It's what you want to do. Gaining skills in that aspect. Hopefully we draw a land here. Next turn going Verdant Suns. Would have been nice to go Verdant Suns this turn, but that did not happen. Another Regisaur, that's kind of nice also. Yeah. I'll just attack with everything. Of course, I don't expect the land or elves to block the token. Be kind of nice, I guess. Luckily, mono green has stumbled a bit. Perhaps this is another outing against it. I redeem myself from that Ulamog nonsense. Yeah, anybody scared of best of 3 because there's a sideboard and all that? It's not scary at all. It's quite basic. Good training. Oh, you have a deck that you have a tough time against. You slap, at the very least, 4 copies of something that clearly is going to help. Boom. But we certainly got to get something going at the moment, right now, because... Another Regis are also good. Zacama at some point, hopefully. I think I gotta go as fast as possible. Cavalier of Thorns stopping a Regis or Alpha, maybe? Yeah. Do as much as we... Oh, they're still dead. What am I thinking? Math is for blockers. That's my excuse right there. Okay. Phew. We got him. We're not going to get that lucky again, I expect. But yeah, I can see your suggestion, Isaac. Probably have enough at 5 to benefit from Gwenna's untapping. Kruga, maybe increasing the number of Krugas. 2 copies does make sense. Lots of draw. More untapping. I'm going to try that. I do like the life gain, but something a little bit cheaper. Maybe Shifting Ceratops, of course. It's a lot cheaper than Verdant Sun's Avatar. Archon? Well, I guess we'll do that and hope for the best. I just like the fact that Verdant Suns gets better and better the more you have. It's not like a second copy is redundant. You just gain boatloads of life. It's nice to see for a change since I really don't see it all that often. Gonna make this work? Do I risk it? Yeah, let's risk it. We gotta land. 2 chances to draw another Thunderherd. Huh. Okay, 1 more chance. Let's cross our fingers. Hope for the best. Cut some Verdant Suns tomorrow. Add in some lands. Well, we'll see if we draw one next turn. Next turn, maybe. It's going to happen. I feel it. I feel it. Maybe one day I'll... Oh, yeah, we're done. Let's wait and see what they do. But that's probably going to do it. Ouch. And we got it. It wouldn't really have done a whole lot for us. Oof. Nuts. Okay. Hopefully we get as lucky as game 1. But yeah, mono green still. The big boogeyman. Maybe diversifying a bit more. Cutting Verdant Suns, bringing in something that is more helpful against this specific matchup. Wow. Stunning. I like the looks of this. 4 lands and lots of ramp and slowdown. Nice to see the namesake, thumbnail sake, I guess, of tonight again. I was looking at maybe picking up Archon, but it's decently expensive. I don't feel the need quite yet. Maybe if I play with it some more, I'll be like, ooh, yeah. I gotta pick up some copies of this thing. Excuse me. Goreclaw as well. This is getting interesting. Ranger. Oh, we're looking good. This is... Oh, and Beseju. Well. Enter tapped. Gwenna. They haven't got too much online. Gwenna, we have to get on board at some point. Goreclaw has that immediate effect because of cost reduction, but Gwenna, her ramping is tapping ramping, so that made more sense. Maybe if they had played some dorks, they were a little bit further ahead in the ramping part of things. I might have gone Archon there. $3? I think it was, well, Canadian, I think the cheapest copy is $5. Yeah, I'll pick up 4 copies. Brotherhood's End, yes, I must say. Well, we get to play multiple things this turn. I like it. Of course, Goreclaw plus Archon, so we can play 2 things. Go with Stomping Ground just in case we have to take out Nykthos next turn. Alrighty. Yeah, definitely better Brotherhood's End. Archon again kind of slows them down a little bit. We could take it out. Yeah. I know. What the heck is going on? It's another gold level, gold ranked mono green. Maybe people in gold still try funny stuff with mono green devotion. I don't know. Hey, thumbs up. That's the exact moment you want to do it. Beautiful. Make them cry. Don't worry. Lots of maybe foolish things, but I redeemed your pain, infuriatingness. You got to feel at least a little bit better that I took Nykthos out when I did. Otherwise, we may just have been dead. I couldn't have played multiple things anyways, but yeah, I like Regisaur. Marauding Raptor is going to be massive. Of course, Old Growth Troll probably blocking it, but we'll just go massive, explosive, everything we possibly can. Boom. That is a lovely sight. Yes. Okay. Izzet, I redeemed myself. Oh, it's been forever. I finished, I guess, the final match for tonight exactly at 11:30 on the dot. That is a perfect nightcap, I must say. Various other nightcaps, but family friendly. This is the nightcap I like. Oh, you can't beat that. A perfect ending to a night. That was good, but yeah, Izzet, definitely tweak some things. Cut Verdant Suns, yeah. We'll see. Pretty good overall. Hopefully you have a good night. Anybody else watching right now, later on, always room for improvement. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon. Luckily it hadn't snowed much. It was kind of wet. My daughter helped me shovel today. Yeah, pretty nicely. Kind of hard to wrangle her though. She wanted to slide down the snow and, well, she made more work for me. She recovered the sidewalk that I had just shoveled and didn't work so well, but she loved it nonetheless. Yes, have a good night. All right. Peace.